Namaste, shalom, salam, everybody. Sat Nam. There's been a huge change in the divine, sacred, feminine energies. Role reversal, or going back to what it originally was. So a lot of women have now actioned, engaged, and activated their true higher self. It doesn't mean that the journey's over. It just means that you are now ready, fired up, being yourself in the power that you were meant to be in. It's like someone's pressed go, or it's like buying a new car and starting it up for the first time. So the process of buying that new car had to have a process. So for example, you can't buy a particular car unless you've driven other cars before, you've got some experience, and financially that you've built up finances to pay for everything that's around that, and to know that you're safe driving that. So there's a whole lot of support that goes into driving that new car. Let's say a super powerful fast car, for example. So it's almost like you are now at the top of the range of models and power, and you're ready to go, but it's taken time to get there. And a lot of you have put in so much work, and I'm so grateful to all of you who have held this energy despite the negative attacks that were coming in. And the negative attacks are not like, you can call it a war, but it's an energetic war. And those who are sensitive will understand what I'm talking about. So what's happening now, these women who are holding this energy, who have not been afraid to hold this energy and embody all of this. Now, some of these women are on their own because their power is so strong that they've had to retreat on their own. Some of these women have held on to relationships and helped the masculine energy come out of the old energy. And again, when we talk about new energies, new earth, I don't like to use old energy. Technically, it is an old energy, but we're not birthing something new. We are rebirthing into our original true self that we were never really truly allowed to be birthed into. So it's like me singing a song. If you imagine a violin that's playing in a pop song, and then there's so many other instruments, and it becomes so noisy that we've actually lost the essence of the violin, which is the key frequency and the key melody, which then gets drowned by everything else. So you're singing your key melody, your key frequencies. And those of you who have been strong enough, because it requires strength, to hold this frequency against all odds, and the odds have been your family members, society, people around you, because the belief system and structure in some places hasn't supported it. Although there are a lot of places now where the breakthrough is already happening. It's like it's here now, and it's a process that cannot be stopped. But the key frequency holders, going back to the feminine workers who have held together the families, who have allowed the masculine energies to be vulnerable. And there's been a lot of masculine vulnerability around, and some women, the key frequency holders, have supported that vulnerability. And by doing that, you've activated the ancient divine sacred feminine within. And that is that she is the one who holds the knowledge and the wisdom. She is the one who holds the vibration of keeping things together. And she is the vibration of truth and wisdom. And so that's coming through. And some of you men who have allowed yourself to be vulnerable are also contributing to that masculine energy, the rebalance of what the old was. So we're not rebirthing something new. We're removing the old energy to come back to the original energy, which is absolutely beautiful. So I want to thank all of you who have been involved in that process. The next thing is to understand the rising of truth. It's already here. And as you know, there has to be a lot of this crazy chaos going on in order for the truth to come. And when the chaos is crazy and nutty and doesn't make sense, that's the best time. That's the best time, when it all goes, this is the madness, oh my God. And the madness will just fall away. And then the truth will rise like a phoenix from the ashes. And you're all doing this now. It's symbolic of what's going on in an individual life, but it's symbolic on what the battle we've been fighting. The ascended masters, my children, have been with me to rise up so that the path is clear for you. I'm on the front line. I'm literally on the front line of this triangle, if you want to call it that. So, but there's also another triangle that existed before so that I could walk my path. So thanking everybody there who's been doing the work. So many changes going on with our bodies right now. Wisdom is being allowed to speak. Our bodies are actually super important. They're not separate from the spiritual side of everything. So must listen to our bodies. The intuition is so strong. Listen to and feel where you are happy, where you are sad. Gauge that. Let your body be your compass. Compasses guide you to the 4 directions and in between. And the 4 directions is what you're made of. The 4 directions of the earth are also earth, fire, air, and water. And the 5th element of consciousness, north, south, east, west, are also the elements. The 4 corners. The cube, the square, the circle. Sacred geometry, Metatron's cube. Listen to the words. Fia sarakuna mayanati, shiasramanalina mayatu, shiasramanatu mayatu, kiasramanatu mayatu, shiasramanatu mayatu, luna sramanatu, kiasramanatu, liasramanatu, inna ki innatu, isramana kiannatu, Allahu Akbar, shiasramanatu, Shiva, Jema, Jema. Kianatu mayanatu. Let it be spoken and seen and heard. Nothing can stop us now. The water is clear, and the philosopher's stone is in everybody's grasp. And so it is. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful evening. Scrap that. It's just beautiful. I love you. I love you. Namaste, shalom, salam, satnam.